what you see.
I won't be. Yeah, that's seat, they're well worn.
You lost containers.
Sorry.
You lost containers.
Apparently.
And I'm not blaming you, but I am.
Yeah, where's the leadership issue? Yeah.
I believe that's my
Clearly. All right, great. All right, let's have another report. All right, we're going to start with Stephen, and here's what, because we have limited time for this, because I don't know, some people drag it, whatever. But take one of these, well, just go for it. But only about 3 minutes is all we can afford.
I can do 2 minutes and 45
Clock's
seconds.
already running?
Here we go. So our focus is children.
Which
and
county?
in each county, yes.
In each county.
So what we did with children is we feel like our base is starting from the ground up, which meaning starting with kids and educating them and then taking it home because the children will help teach the parents and get them involved, which is increasing health and wellness of the children, which will take that home, and also character building appropriate to the children's age as well. For the shared management, it'll be implementing programs like serving a certain number of kids and also coming up with, like actual data of reducing crime rates by children by 5% in each county. I made a mistake here, so we're going to come right here, and that is the reinforcing activities, and that is logistics and facilities, referrals to other agencies, we can all partner together. And then here, it'd be giving donors updates, also our volunteers updates, talking to the schools, churches, other agencies, so we can all collaborate together and work together. And then the backbone would be churches, community, and government programs.
Now, what's interesting, of course, this is, this is the idea page, but every one of these ideas has to be unpacked, expanded. How do we get at that? How will we know we're making progress on that? Every single one. And you're going to have some time to work on that before you go home. But any questions from the other team? Because you probably want to copy this and use this as your template. I'm just thought.
That's because we're so good.
That's just what I'm saying. I mean, why would we just publish this nationwide? Okay, good deal. Good work, Stephen. Good work. All right, let's hear from this other team who's just struggling to have any kind of ideas at all.
I need tall people to this up.
No, we had 2 minutes.
That's why we have you can actually even put it over there. Cover their
Oh,
You got it. Isn't that graceful invention? These folks had no ideas whatsoever. And so let's hear the one thought they had.
All right, so we refocused in prayer because it is challenging even just formulating the mutual agenda. So we stopped and we prayed for the Holy Spirit to give us guidance. And what we're looking at are different levels in the process of homelessness and getting people back together, from prevention to emergency crisis kinds of things, to intermediate character building, education types of elements, and then the ultimate goal of sustainability for the household. And so here's what we came up with for our mutual agenda. First, to reduce homelessness among the working poor. And so we're looking at trying to get to people and get education and get resources behind people before they become homeless. We want to try to help prevent homelessness before it starts. Stabilizing people who are in crisis. Churches are going to be a huge part of this, to be able to get information in churches for how to counsel people who are, a lot of homelessness is there's some kind of a friction or problem in the home. A lot of it is also financial. So trying to give resources to the churches to best try to keep families in their homes or find another home before they get to the point where they're on the streets and needing professional help. And then breaking destructive cycles. Again, churches and educational facilities will be key in trying to break those cycles of whether it's addiction, whether it's unforgiveness and sin problems, poor spending habits. We want to break those cycles in the individuals who come through this program. We haven't yet gotten to the reinforcing activities. This was huge in itself. We do have a goal of helping 200 families in a year. That's our we want to begin with 200 families, getting lots of organizations and churches involved. So, you know, if we have 100 organizations and families involved, that's two families per organization. That's very scalable and doable. And then we want to, we really haven't gone into the rest of this, but we want to start with what we already have to move forward.
Is this 200 families touched in some way? Or, I mean,
The
either,
ones, the working pool.
so this is 200 that you've kept out of homes?
Yes,
Either kept out or
Or
gotten back.
bringing out.
bringing up.
Kept up or bringing up.
Or bringing out?
Because
Yeah.
the other people living in the
again,
cars,
yeah,
right?
I mean, because, yeah.
And that's what we're targeting, one of the groups that we're
Yeah,
targeting.
yeah.
Yeah.
200 families stabilized and in sustainable living situations.
Yeah, that's very aspirational. So, and people can get behind that. And just like the other, I mean, these are ideas now. What are the plans to get us to that? Great. All right, now, you've worked hard all morning. We've got time for a 10-minute break. 10 minutes. That's all we can do. And then we'll have to come back and recommence the beating. So, go for it. You're wasting your break sitting there. I don't understand this.
We come back here. or come back there?
Your stuff is safe with Glenn. He'll sit there and watch it. He will watch it on the
Should have brought us to work like this.
Ben Forrest
Right, so there's going to be an outreach.
of the trees, that's right, okay, that's right. Yeah, Ben Forrest.
Right, right.
Ben and I collaborated, it's been quite a few years ago now, in a plenary conversation about redistricting. We participated in a redistricting panel, and it was probably 2012.
Yes, so if we can get them
Because
some
it was after the
information
2010 round.
to get them, you know, when
So I got to know him
they
a little bit
first
there.
start slipping
So I don't know him
through
well,
the
but I do
cracks,
know.
rather than I have to be out by tomorrow.
Could be, but Ben Forrest, yeah, he's great. He does great work. I respect his scholarship.
No, that is excellent feedback.
speaking your
Thank you so
language,
much. I will
translate
add
that
that,
to
you know,
Chinese.
to their outreach.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That's really awesome.
So let me, text that to him.
Text it to him, Ben Forrest.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, what I do find is that, we have a lot of people, I'm from the biggest church in the area.
All the information
So we
she
have a
needs.
lot of people who call the biggest church, you know, and that's one way to be able to start identifying this person as calling for rental help, this person is calling for this. So we can start seeing, start having trouble with their electric bill, we can start seeing where there's issues before they get to that point.
Because
So we can
she's
just, you
smart.
know, she can
But she doesn't like it.
She's in Gary Girls now.
Yeah, she does and everything she does. She does that.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Right.
And I think that putting her under FNA and checking out the Bible
Yeah.
knows more about something I don't know existed, so I think she'll be best for me.
She knows how to do it, she doesn't like it. She knows how to do it.
We have a lot of stuff we do. But, you know, that doesn't mean we're not good at it.
Yes.
There is a co-ed call at 1, and there's a co-ed call we get invited to
It
today
is, but it isn't.
at 2.
You go on Facebook,
So I may
you go
sit
on Facebook
and do
like
that
on some of
before
our
I
community
leave.
groups. I can see some of those
But
trends
if we're
right now in some
caravanning,
community groups where people are asking for
you know,
handouts or saying,
I don't
hey,
know,
where do
maybe
I
I
find
can,
this or where do I
I'll
find
look and see if I have a dollar.
In some ways, yes, and in other
Right.
ways, it's like, no, there's some people who are just gonna be doing
Because I know
See, I think
we're
that's
looking at
actually a form of human trafficking.
food for
There's,
Yeah, my-
an organized group in our town,
Yeah,
they take shifts.
I just have a couple of things, but yeah.
Oh, they all do,
They're,
yeah.
they're actually organized where they're taking shifts. And you can even see them, changing shifts. And then there's one person who's collecting the money from them all. There's human trafficking involved in the
Yeah, I see that. One way, Norfolk,
Mm-hmm.
or Galley, like where my job is.
US one near the mall.
Yep.
Or 192.
The one off of the exit on 192, the second Bombay exit. The interchange intersection, by the Home Depot, the Lowe's and Home Depot. Yeah, and oh, my Best Buy. That's one I do. That's another big one.
Yeah.
And you said you could say 2 o'clock tomorrow. That person will be out there.
Yeah, and they'll have a kid.
2 hours. Yeah. Then someone else is out there another 2 hours.
And then you find out on the Facebook groups, the community Facebook groups, that person who everyone's concerned about with the kid, that's not even that woman's kid.
Yeah.
It's not even that woman's child.
Yeah.
And they're out there in the heat, in the middle of the day.
And they have some. And you know, they just started to do this one. I don't know if you saw this one in Palm Bay, right? So Roy George, Malabar, and that, they're even up there now, and they're sweeping the pools. They're sweeping the pools. They're keeping that area to show that I'm going to work
Right.
if you give me something.
Right.
I'm keeping this corner clean. And you see them going around, and I'm like, how do you do that all